Hi everybody. It's been a long time since I've made a new video and I figured it was about time. The whole world has changed in the amount of time I've been gone. I've had my SRS, which is an amazing, incredible experience to look in the mirror and finally feel free and see a complete woman after all of these years. You just can't imagine. If you're not trans, there's not adequate words that could describe that feeling. The nightmare is finally over. But it hasn't been easy because coupled with the fact that I am so ecstatically happy about who I am now, the trials and tribulations that transgendered people face is still huge. It has not changed. In my other videos, I talked about ENDA, the Employment Non-Discrimination Act. That looks like it's been shot down for this year and for who knows how long. It's going to be, a lot of it will have to do with the coming election. This is late October, so the election is just 2 weeks away. If the Republicans, and I still do not understand why this is even a Republican or Democratic issue, or why it's even a political issue. The law should be equality for everybody. Now there are organizations that I've mentioned before, the National Center for Transgendered Equality, Human Rights Campaign, Get Equal, the We Give a Damn campaign, where the celebrities are speaking out against the discrimination that we face. Now this is all the LGBT community, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community. It's just not trans people. But like I've stated before, in 38 states, we can be discriminated against because there are no laws to protect us. But anyway, for whatever reason, the Republicans feel like they can keep us from being equal. And that's just not right. We're Americans. For those of us who are born here in America, we are Americans. We should be entitled to all of the same rights and privileges that any other American is entitled to by birth. The fact that we can be terminated just for being transgendered is just unacceptable to me. Second-class status is not acceptable to me or to many others. It's been about 50 years since the transgender people really started coming out. Christine Jorgensen back in the 50s was the one that kind of was the first to have the courage, or one of the first. But this has existed throughout time. This condition has existed throughout time. So we're not going to go away. As a matter of fact, it can't go away. This condition is part of how we are born, just as people are born with any other condition. I will not call it a birth defect because it isn't. It is just something that we are born with. But my main concern is I want to get the message out. I want to have as many people as possible understand who we are as people. I want them to understand that we are no different than anybody else. The whole who we are in a relationship with issue is separate than this issue. This issue is simply about uniting our minds and our bodies, and that is all. And some do not want to have surgery. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different descriptions under the transgendered banner that we go by, but regardless, we are all people. We are all people with the same concerns as far as jobs and living and surviving as any other American or anybody else in the world. This is a worldwide issue. We are discriminated against across the board, in most countries. There's only a few countries who don't. But anyway, my message to everyone is that we are normal. We had a medical condition, just as if someone was born with, or had a condition like cancer or a heart condition or any number of things. This is just part of it. So my proposal is I have been working a lot with the Human Rights Campaign and the NCTE and all of them, just in an effort, because all of them are lobbying on Capitol Hill, and they're trying to get our message out that way. What I am trying to do is I want to get it out publicly. I need an Oprah. I need a Ellen DeGeneres. I need somebody who will help us get the message out that we are normal people. We are, no different than anybody else other than this condition. But, other people have other conditions. It's okay. There are a lot of losses that we take when we decide to transition. From losing family, losing our jobs. That is another aspect of this that has been very difficult for me. I lost my job because I transitioned. I didn't get unemployment, so I've been fighting with the Georgia Department of Labor for going on 10 months. And they are reviewing the last appeal of the last hearing. And all along, they have just refused to acknowledge that discrimination was the very first reason as to why all of this has taken place. And the bad part is they want over $5,000 back in the unemployment that I was paid. I was out of work for 4 months, and I was fortunate to go back to work, but at a much lower pay than I used to make, because my industry is dominated by men, and men are afraid of us. Here in Atlanta, I have interviewed who knows how many times, and men just refuse to hire me. But regardless, with the Department of Labor, they want their $5,000 back. Now, I am almost broke, so I don't know where they think I'm going to get the money to pay them back, whether it's in a payment plan or whatever, anything else they may propose. But it is unjust, and this is happening across the country due to discrimination against this community. So the message needs to be, stop discriminating against the transgendered community. We are not bad people. We are the same as everybody else. The civil rights movement of 1964 did not include us at the time. I am confident that in time it will, that there will be an amendment to it where gender identity, gender expression will be added, and that they can no longer, we cannot be discriminated against. So please spread that message for me. I am going to find a way to fund billboards or to get on to make public service announcements or something. I'm not going to give up until we are equal with everybody else. So if anybody's got any ideas or any suggestions, please contact me through YouTube. I post on Facebook under Jennifer Mish 200 at bellsouth.net, which is my email. I know I've given it out to the world. That's okay. I am willing to take the chance, whatever it's going to take to get our message out. So please help if you can. Thank you.